I thought I had planned everything perfectly for my trip to Albania. My flight was booked, my hotel was booked, my bags were packed. But what I didn't know was that within a few hours, I was about to discover just how unprepared I really was. And trust me, this trip taught me some expensive lessons. So if you're planning to visit Albania, watch this before you go. So my journey started in Birmingham. My flight route was Birmingham to Germany and then Germany to Tirana, Albania. Everything seems fine until check-in. So because I don't have a British passport nor my ILR yet, I had to travel with my Nigerian passport and my BRP to prove my UK immigration status. So reason for this is the airline needed to verify my status before allowing me to board. Thankfully, I was able to generate a share code and show my immigration details, and after a little back and forth, everything was sorted. At that time, I thought the difficult part was over. I was wrong. The first stop was Germany. By the time I landed there, I was starving. I hadn't eaten properly, and all I wanted was just food. I quickly realized that language was going to be more of a challenge than I expected. After struggling to understand what was available in the store, I eventually bought some biscuits and some water, and then I told myself it would be enough to survive the rest of the journey. Little did I know the real adventure hadn't even started yet. After Germany, I boarded my next flight and finally landed in Albania around 1 a.m. I collected my luggage, walked out of the airport feeling proud of myself, and within 5 minutes, everything started going wrong. I tried opening Uber wasn't available, and I had no mobile data. I couldn't even access most of the information I needed. And suddenly, I found myself standing outside Tirana Airport at 1 a.m. wondering how I was going to get to my hotel. So there I was outside Tirana Airport trying to find a taxi. I approached several drivers and tried explaining where I was going in English. Nobody seems to understand me. Some would look confused, some would speak Albania to each other and just walk away. At that point, I was wondering whether I was ever going to leave the airport because I have spent about 15 minutes just wandering about. Then an older gentleman approached me and asked where you go. Honestly, I was relieved. The problem was that I still didn't have internet access. I couldn't even open my hotel booking app properly. But thankfully, I had screenshots. I showed him the hotel address and he told me to get into the car. We started driving. About 20 minutes later, I noticed something strange. The driver wasn't using Google Maps. I asked if he knew where he was going. He confidently told me yes. A few minutes later, he stopped and announced that we had arrived. Except we hadn't. The building looked completely different. The hotel name wasn't there. Nothing matched my booking. Thankfully, I found a nearby shop and met someone who spoke English. That person checked the address and immediately realized we were in the wrong location. The hotel was actually another 5 to 7 minutes away. The driver had never entered this address into his map. Eventually, we arrived at the correct hotel. I thought my problems were over. Then the driver asked for 25 euro, and that was when I remembered something. I didn't have enough cash. I had assumed Albania would work exactly like the UK, where you can pay with your phone almost everywhere. The only money I had was 20 euro that was hidden in my phone case. Thankfully, the driver was kind enough to accept it and let me go. That night, I finally got into my hotel room completely exhausted. But the next morning, I discovered another mistake I had made. After surviving the airport drama, I thought things would finally get easier. Instead, I thought that breakfast wasn't included. I couldn't find food I wanted, I still didn't have proper internet, and the cash became a problem all over again. Looking back, Albania taught me some valuable lessons. Always check what your hotel booking includes, arrange mobile data before you travel, carry emergency cash, download Google Translate, Take screenshots of important bookings, and most importantly, don't be afraid to ask for help. Despite all the challenges I faced, the people I met were incredibly kind and helpful. That is what I will remember most about Albania. Not the mistakes, not the stress, not the confusion, but the kindness. And yes, I will definitely be coming back. Shout out to E88 Hotel. Receptionists were kind and helpful. Next time though, I'll be much better prepared. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next travel vlog. Bye!